This first clip was uploaded by a Reddit user living deep in the Appalachian Mountains. One night, he discovered something unsettling, caught on his dad's CCTV camera at the family workshop. A woman in the Appalachian Mountains captured a strange, eerie sound coming from her back porch. The sound resembled a child crying, yet behind her house lay only dense forest. She explained that the footage was raw and unedited, with only slight audio enhancement. Viewers tried to compare it to local wildlife, but nothing matched. The true source of the noise remains a mystery. This photo was snapped while a family member was building a small fort in the Appalachian Mountains. At first, it seemed like a simple outdoor shot, nothing out of the ordinary, but upon closer inspection, something unsettling appeared near the right side of the tree. A pale-faced figure, draped in what looked like a long, dark cloak. Some claim it was nothing more than fog or drifting smoke, while others think it was a trick of the light. The strangest part? No one else was outside when the picture was taken. So what exactly did they capture that night? A natural illusion or something paranormal? While hiking deep in the Appalachian Mountains, a man was suddenly overcome with an eerie sense of unease. He pulled out his phone and slowly panned across the trees, and that's when he saw it. A black and white figure stood motionless among the bushes, but the instant it seemed to realize it was being recorded, it ducked out of sight and disappeared. When the man went to check the spot, there was nothing there. Some claim it was nothing more than a hoax, but others believe it could have been one of the mysterious beings said to inhabit the Appalachian wilderness. After breaking up with her long-term boyfriend, Casey Rodriguez decided to go camping alone in the Appalachian Mountains. She picked a secluded spot and didn't encounter a single person during her stay. At night, she heard rustling outside her tent, but dismissed it as animals passing by. When she returned home, Casey gave her vintage camera to her father to develop the photos. A few days later, he called her and asked if she had met anyone during the trip. Confused, she said, no. He hesitated, then gently asked again, assuring her it was okay if she had. Casey insisted she'd been completely alone. Then her father sent her one of the photos he'd developed. A picture of Casey fast asleep inside her tent, taken with her own camera. In the Appalachian Mountains, nighttime can be unsettling. Strange echoes often drift through the forest, their sources unknown. One evening, a man was sitting on the porch of his cabin when he suddenly heard something that froze him in place. Locals tell stories of the Whistlers, mysterious beings said to roam the hills after nightfall, their haunting calls echoing through the woods to lure in anyone brave enough to listen. What would you have done if you were there, alone on that porch with only the dark woods ahead and that eerie whistle drifting through the night? On a cold January evening around 6:40 p.m., a trail camera captured two mysterious figures on a remote dirt road. The one on the left had a leg-like shape, eerily similar to the legendary Fresno Nightcrawler. The camera's owner shared the image online, searching for answers. Some insisted it was simply a deer and a person, but others noted the strange posture and the fact that it was the only photo the camera recorded that night. Whatever it was, something about the image feels deeply unsettling, especially given that it happened in the Appalachian region. In the 1800s, a meteor struck this village, claiming hundreds of lives. Locals say that every January 11th, the spirits of the deceased return to roam the surrounding woods. In 2021, a man visited the site to document it. While filming, his watch began ticking backward. Later that night, he went out to capture a few last shots before heading home. That's when something unusual happened, something he didn't notice at the time. As he filmed, he saw movement in the darkness and assumed it was just his shadow. But when he reviewed the footage later, one chilling detail became clear: what appeared to be legs hanging from a tree. On September 3rd, 2025, YouTuber Sort of Interesting went stealth camping by a quiet riverside. The location seemed ideal, so he set up his gear, planning to return after dark, when the area would be empty. Later that night, while resting inside his bivvy, something unexpected happened.
I might be going absolutely mad here. I swear there's been like a firefly. I'm gonna shut up. I think I can hear footsteps. I can't. I am keeping an extreme low profile right now. I think that the laser was coming from the far side of the trees, but I'm not 100%. I don't think it was actually aimed at me. I think it was just shining a laser for the sake of it. But it's certainly woken me up a little bit. But to be honest, it's been quiet for about 10 minutes now, so I'm not too worried. There's a dog in here!
Someone was out there, moving through the darkness, just beyond his campsite.
Here's that footage slowed down because I got such a poor quality view of the situation, as I basically went from asleep to the most awake I've ever been in my life in the space of 1 second. When they were running away, I think it was a phone light rather than a proper flashlight of any kind. And I don't know if those lasers are one single tool or some sort of surveillance kit or something. I don't know. But I'm sure after I shouted, "There's a dog in here," which was the only thing I could think of in the heat of the moment, I'm sure you can hear a little exclamation from them, just a little "Ruh!" as they were legging it. I'm going to play the audio from the immediate aftermath now. A couple of things to note: that there may be some muted moments because I never ever swear in videos, and that was a moment that really pushed me to the edge. And also, I thought it was amusing to note, for me at least, that whereas when I've seen torches in the distance and felt safer, I've been able to do recording and do a bit more talking to make it more dramatic for YouTube. Whereas in this case, because I felt that it was immediate danger, I've practically entirely stopped breathing at moments, never mind talking away to the camera. Once I'd found my boots, I felt a little safer, but I immediately started to break down the campsite. One of the benefits of such a simple setup is that it took me literally less than 2 minutes to have everything shoved in my backpack and for me to be getting out of there.
He quickly packed his gear and left the area, his heart pounding. To this day, no one knows who was out there, or why they were shining lasers at random campers that night. Paige Hills traveled to her boyfriend's family home in Appalachia for Thanksgiving. From the moment she arrived, something felt off that evening as they gathered for dinner. Faint whistling drifted in from the woods through an open window. Later that night, the sound returned, louder this time, and was followed by someone calling her name. When Paige looked outside, she saw two glowing red eyes staring back at her from the darkness. The next morning, when she mentioned what had happened, the entire family went silent. Her boyfriend's mother finally spoke, her voice trembling. "Next time you hear something, no, you didn't." Then her boyfriend showed her a trail cam photo from that same night and told her never to speak of it again. A group of men was driving along a dirt road when they spotted a clown walking up ahead.
Dude, what? What? Is that a clown? No way.
Honk at him.
Should I honk?
Dude,
honk at him, honk at him. No way.
Dude, get out of here.
Go, back up.
Go.
Oh my god. He's just going. Oh my god, dude.
They slowed their vehicle, watching as the clown stepped off the road and disappeared into a nearby field. Unsure of what to do next, they cautiously continued driving.
No. Don't go forward. Are you guys stupid? I'll go back fast. Don't.
Step on it. Go, dude.
No, I got it. It's fine.
Go.
I got it.
Oh my god.
No.
What the?
Get out.
Just as their vehicle passed, the clown suddenly bolted toward them, lunging at the car. Terrified, the men floored the accelerator and sped away, hearts racing from the encounter. But the question remains, was what they saw real, or just their imagination running wild? A Reddit user was taking a long walk through the countryside when they came across two burned, eerie statues. Positioned facing each other, they framed the path in an almost deliberate way. The statues seemed completely out of place in the quiet, isolated surroundings. Attempts to find answers revealed nothing. Perhaps it was random art, but it certainly didn't feel that way. In 2017, a cyclist was filming his ride through a dense forest when he spotted something unusual standing in the middle of the trail ahead. At first, he assumed it was a scarecrow, or perhaps an old doll left behind. But as he got closer, a growing sense of unease took hold. The figure stood completely still, dressed in a clown costume, facing nowhere in particular. The forest's silence only heightened the tension. A shiver ran down his spine, and he quickly turned his bike around, pedaling as fast as he could, convinced something was off in those woods. He never discovered whether it had been a person or just a lifeless prop. A man was driving through the Appalachian Mountains when he came across a car crash. Wanting to document the scene, he took a photo. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but when he looked closer, he noticed something strange. Zooming in, he saw a distorted yet unmistakably clear figure near the wreck. Some believe it was the spirit of someone who had died there, while others think it was merely a trick of light and shadow. Whatever it was, the image left everyone who saw it deeply unsettled. A home security camera recorded a chilling moment. An unknown figure emerged from the dark forest and stepped into a quiet front yard. Then, unexpectedly, he began to cry. The video cut off there. When the family replayed the footage, they were filled with fear. No one in their small, quiet, and remote neighborhood recognized the man or knew why he had emerged from the woods that night. Where had he come from? Was he truly human? Or something far more sinister? A woman once showed her husband a photo from a past trip. It captured them standing on a quiet mountain trail, surrounded by trees. At first glance, everything seemed normal, but when she zoomed in, something unsettling appeared. Behind her husband, a little girl could be seen, partially hidden yet unmistakably there. The strange part? They were certain no one else had been on that trail that day. The path was long, deserted, and far from the main route. To this day, they still don't know who or what the girl was. In 2016, a trail camera hidden deep within the North American wilderness captures something unnerving. A tall, thin figure with a warped head and hollow features. It resembled neither human nor animal. When the image surfaced online, some claimed it was evidence of the legendary Wendigo, while others insisted it was nothing more than Photoshop or a hoax. With so little information available, skepticism is understandable. Still, what if it wasn't fake? Next, we move to a video filmed in Dudleytown, Connecticut, just a few miles from the Appalachians. A couple living near the woods had been noticing a strange figure in their backyard. Watch the husband's reaction as he calls out to his wife after capturing the mysterious entity on camera.
Hi, it's me again. I'm just calling just to let you know. I've seen that thing again in the backyard. I've got the camera on. I'm trying to capture it. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to see if I can get it. Anyway, give me a call when you get this message. Bye. No, what is that? No way. What the is that? Yeah, it's me. I've just seen that thing. I've actually got it on camera. I'll show you when you get home.
A woman was alone inside her Appalachian home when she began hearing faint meowing sounds. Thinking a stray cat might have gotten inside, she walked from room to room, trying to find the source. Finally, she raised her phone to record the high ledge she couldn't reach, and that's when she saw it.
Hi, kitty cat. That is not a cat. That is...
It wasn't just a cat. It was a mountain lion. She didn't continue filming. Instead, she hurried outside and likely called animal control to handle the situation. But the lingering question remained. How on earth had it gotten inside her home? While staying in the Appalachians, a woman noticed something deeply unsettling. A man standing just outside, silently watching her. Luckily, she had already called the police, who arrived quickly and put an end to the terrifying encounter. One evening, two friends explored an abandoned house and spotted a strange black figure near the shed. The fading light made it hard to see, but the shape was unmistakable by the doorway. Nervous, one friend brandished a knife while the other tossed a spray paint can. The figure twitched but didn't move, so they assumed it was part of the broken door and left, though not before snapping a photo. The next day, they returned with more friends. This time, the shed's door was clearly painted red and white, and the black figure had vanished without a trace. To this day, they have no idea what it could have been. Someone uploaded a video online, claiming that lightning had struck his field and caused a terrifying scene. In the clip, a section of the ground suddenly glows bright orange before dimming, smoke rising into the air. Strangely, there's no visible lightning bolt, just a sudden, blinding flash. Skeptics question the explanation, suggesting it might have been a directed energy weapon or some type of laser. These weapons use concentrated energy instead of projectiles, making them nearly silent and almost invisible until the instant they strike. Whatever it was, the footage left viewers baffled and uneasy. One night, a trail camera deep in the Appalachian forest captured something unusual. Between the trees, a pale figure appeared in the frame. The camera's owners insisted they had never seen anything like it before. Could it have been a trick of the light? Maybe a bug flying past? Or had the camera captured something truly unexplainable? In a quiet forest, a couple set up a camera near a stream and climbed into a hunting stand, hoping to capture footage of wildlife. At first, everything seemed calm. Squirrels and raccoons went about their usual routines. But before long, something truly terrifying occurred.
Was that a vehicle? I don't know. I have no idea.
It sounds like screaming to me.
A strange sound suddenly echoed through the trees, loud, piercing, almost like a scream. At first, they assumed it was a distant vehicle, but the noise grew sharper, more primal. Some believe it was just an animal. Others whisper, it might have been Bigfoot. To this day, the couple still has no idea what they recorded that night. While driving through South Carolina, a woman noticed strange lights gliding through the clouds and began recording. Around the same time, another witness in LaGrange, Georgia, captures similar glowing orbs drifting across the night sky. The lights moved in strange, deliberate patterns that didn't match any known aircraft. Some claimed it was a UFO, while others suggested it might have been powerful spotlights, like those often seen near Niagara Falls. Still, no one knows for sure what those lights were. What do you think? While hiking in Albemarle County, a man came across something that sent a chill down his spine. At first, he was sure he had come face to face with a cobra, but he later discovered it was actually an eastern hognose snake, a harmless species that only appears threatening when provoked. It flares its neck and hisses like a cobra to ward off predators. Thankfully, the encounter was far more frightening than it was dangerous. On March 3rd, 2019, Stacy from the YouTube channel Misguided Road Trips visited a cemetery known for strange occurrences. Her friend Patty joined her, but from the moment they arrived, the atmosphere felt deeply unsettling.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I don't know what that is. That doesn't look like a tree. Shit. That looks almost like that shadow. I think we should probably go. Is it moving? Not moving. What the hell is that? Behind us. I don't like this. I don't like this either, Stacy. It's like it's just froze.
As they walked among the graves, something unusual caught their attention.
I don't know what we should do. Whatever it is, it doesn't. I mean, it's not something you normally see in a cemetery. Is there somebody here? Hello? Stacy. I thought I just heard a whisper. I don't see it anymore. Do you still see it? Oh, my camera's gone blurry. Why is my camera so blurry? It's moved. Who's here? Hello?
A dark figure stood just behind a brick wall. Terrified, they ran back to their car and left immediately. Neither could explain what they had seen, but both agreed it didn't feel human. While hiking through the Appalachian Mountains, a man reached the end of a trail and stumbled upon something unexpected. A small, unmarked graveyard hidden deep in the woods. The uploader shared few details, leaving the rest a mystery. Who might be buried there, and why had this graveyard been abandoned? In the Appalachian Mountains, a man and his dog were walking at night when they heard something chilling. The sounds echoed through the darkness, leaving them frozen in place. Hearing noises like that in the middle of the night was truly unsettling. With the Appalachian woods' eerie reputation, it's hard not to wonder, was it just wildlife, or something far stranger lurking in the shadows? Our final clip takes us back to Appalachia, where a woman and her child were startled by strange noises outside their home late one night. When she went to investigate, what they uncovered turned into a terrifying surprise for them both.
I just heard some really strange noises outside, so I'm just gonna take a quick look. I live in Appalachia, so this is probably not a great idea. What is that? I don't even know. I guess I'll just take a quick look.
Where did that spawn go?
There's a skull there? Oh my gosh. Hello? Oh my gosh, I gotta get back inside.
Just after midnight, Zach S. and his friend Brandon set out to explore an old tunnel in Sphinx Ferry, Pennsylvania, a spot locals claim is haunted. As they ventured inside, they encountered something that sent chills down their spines.
Dude, seriously, what is that? I hear it sounds like boots, like wet boots walking over here.
I heard that too, but did you hear the like low, like?
Yeah!
It's like a male.
Yeah, that's what I was describing as a growl.
It's like a male grunting.
Same? What the fuck?
Heavy footsteps, like boots pressing into wet ground, echoed from deep within the darkness. As they tried to investigate, a low, guttural growl rumbled from the shadows. Terrified, the two bolted back to their car, convinced that something unnatural was lurking in those tunnels that night. During a visit to Brainerd, Minnesota, in July 2007, a man returned to his childhood home to take photos and videos of the place where he grew up. His mother had lived there for decades, but the house had grown shabby over the years. Hoping to preserve memories, he photographed the property. Later, while reviewing one picture of the backyard, he noticed something chilling. A face reflected in the glass door. The house had been abandoned for years. So, what could it have been? A Reddit user set up a trail camera deep in the forest, hoping to capture footage of local wildlife. But when he checked the recordings the next morning, what he found left him deeply unsettled. At 12:10 a.m., the camera had captured several figures dressed in white robes, standing in a circle among the trees. Their heads were bowed, and their long hair hung loose. Whatever was happening out there, it seemed like something dark, something that wasn't meant to be seen. Deep in the forest, an explorer came across something unusual, a jar nestled among the twisted roots of a massive tree. Across cultures, legends speak of dark beings sealed in containers to keep their power in check. Opening it could unleash something dangerous. The discovery felt less like treasure and more like a warning. He was wise not to open it. When a hiker arrived at a lookout point, he paused to take in the scenery, but then something unusual caught his eye. He couldn't make out what it was, so he zoomed in with his camera, but that only raised more questions. Questions he hopes the internet can help answer.